Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and I am here today at Ponce Inlet, and this is about an hour from my house, an hour about northwest from my house, and it is so pretty. So this is a cool place to come because, as you can see, it's very shallow. Like, you can walk way out into the waves here. I'm not going to do it right now because it's cold. But it's very shallow here. And it's just a cool place to come. It's different, kind of different from the seashore where I usually go. And what is that? It's a rock, I think. Kind of different from the seashore where I usually go. And there's a jetty over there, if you can see, and that jetty goes way out. There's people out there on it. It goes out, and then on the other side of the jetty is kind of a protected area where the waves don't really come in. So a lot of people go over there and like paddleboard and do stuff like that. I would love to get a paddleboard. I think I'm going to. I think that'd be really fun. But anyway, I'm here. I've never been here really to shell. I've been here a couple of times just briefly. There's the lighthouse over there. You can see that lighthouse. That's the Ponce lighthouse. And I don't know what the shelling's like here. Like right now, I don't see anything. But I think the tide is completely, it's been out, it's coming in. Excuse me. And I know on the Canaveral seashore, high tide is the best time for shelling. So I don't know. I'm just going to check it out today. Right now, like I said, I see nothing, absolutely nothing. It is about 60 degrees and it's going to get warm today. It's going to get up to like 86. So then I will be able to get in the water a little bit more. But for right now, it's like really cold. I don't want to get in the water too much. But yeah, this is a really cool place. I've never been here to be able just to get out and spend time here, so I'm gonna enjoy this. Even if I don't find much in the way of shells, it's just a new beach to explore and check out, and that's always fun. So as you can see, if you guys watch my other videos, you've seen my shelling, and here's a little oyster shell. There's all kinds of, I don't find like the conch shells. Sometimes I do. On my birthday I did, but normally I don't. But, there's a lot more shells on my beach that I go to than there are here, as far as I can tell. But we'll see. I'm just going to walk down through here, see what I can find, and, yeah, I'll let you guys know if I find anything interesting. Right now, I just see little pieces of stuff everywhere, broken stuff or whatever. But when the tide comes in, it may, it may get better. You just never know. Until you go really and visit a place, you can't really tell what it's like. There's a piece of a sand dollar, so that lets me know there are sand dollars here. So, like I said, when the tide comes in, I may find some. The best time to shell on the East Coast I have found is when the tide is completely in and starting to go back out, because it pulls the sand and uncovers things. So, that's the best time for shelling on the East Coast that I have found. That's been my experience. So we'll see. I don't know what will happen today. But I'm going to walk down through here, and as you can see right now, there's no shells, but man, is it beautiful out here. Look at this. Look at this. It is just stunning. The sun's coming up. It's about 7:30 in the morning. We're probably getting closer to 8 now. I've been here a few minutes. I got here about 7:30. So, absolutely beautiful. I will be back in a little bit. Okay, so there are no shells at Ponce Inlet. If you are a person who is planning to come to Ponce Inlet, it is a beautiful place. Oh my gosh. And like if you wanted to paddleboard or even just get like way out in the water, this is the place to go. It is just gorgeous here. But there are like no seashells. And I don't understand that because we're just a few miles. Well, we're a little more than a few miles, but well, I thought I saw a kitten paw there, but it got covered up. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe everything's covered up. Oh, it wasn't a kitten paw. I see it. It was just a piece of an angel wing. There's a lot of pieces of angel wings and stuff like that. But I don't understand why there's no shells here. It's just so strange. I mean, there's a few coquinas, and I see pieces of things, but that's it. I mean, it's like, and I would have thought that this would have been a great place for it because the waves are so calm. You would think it would be washing them, you know, up and they would not be broken. And because this reminds me more of the West Coast, like the Gulf area. So I don't know. But anyway, I called my friend Robbie and I'm like, she lives in Jacksonville. And I'm like, I'm halfway to your house, really, because she's about 2 hours from me. And I said, what you doing today? So I thought maybe she might want to go to the beach. So she was for it. So I am going to get back in my car. I'm going to leave this shellless beach. And I am going to head to Jacksonville area to go to, she suggested Mickler's Beach. So we're going to give it a try. And see what we can find, because this is just bizarre. I mean, it really is. I go to the Canaveral seashore and there are piles of shells. I've been to Fernandina with Robbie, which is Jacksonville area, piles of shells. So I don't understand why there's nothing here. But there is literally nothing. I mean, just little coquina shells. That's literally all that I am seeing, and maybe a couple pieces of broken things. It's like a angel wing or whatever. So I don't know. It's very strange. But I'm going back to my car, and it is a beautiful place. Let me say, if you want to come here, wade out in the water, you know, like get in the ocean without being beat to death by the waves. The water's very clear, and I think over in the inlet, past the jetty there in the inlet part, I think that you can paddleboard to little islands and just really cool stuff like that. So I probably will get a paddleboard at some point in this life of Florida and come back and paddle maybe over there or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. There's lots of places to paddleboard around here. There's springs. There's all kinds of really cool places. So Florida is a cool place to live, people. Let me just tell you, I love it. But anyway, I'm going to hop in the car and head up to Robbie's area, to Mickler possibly, or if we can't get in there, somewhere. It is spring break this week, but spring break is more a thing in Daytona and New Smyrna and down in that area, so probably up near Jacksonville. We shouldn't have any trouble getting onto the beach, but anyway, I will update you here in just a bit. Look at that ocean. Isn't it beautiful? It's my favorite place in the world to be, and I am so blessed. And I don't know if you can see that person way out there, but I'm telling you, you can get excuse me, allergies. You can get so far out in the water here. It's just incredible. And I've heard people say that you can see stingrays in the water. You can see, he's paddleboarding because it looks like he's walking. He looks like Jesus walking on the water out there. But yeah, I've heard that you can find really cool things, or see really cool things here. But as for shelling, and I wondered because I looked it up on YouTube and I was like, there's literally nothing about Ponce Inlet for shells. So now I see why. There's no shells. All right, guys. Well, I will be back in a little bit. Bye.
I would say North Ponte Vedra.
Okay, so
South Ponte Vedra.
South Ponte Vedra, Robbie says. That's where I am. And we're going to see if there's shells here. There's Robbie. Say hi, Robbie.
Hi.
Robbie's on YouTube. We're going to see if there's shells here. So it's beautiful. Look at it. I love the beach so much.
I do too.
And Robbie does too. And I hope we have better luck than I did at Ponce Inlet. So I'll be back. So here we are, still at the beach. We sat down to have a snack, but Robbie doesn't want anybody to know that she eats, so I'm not going to video her. There's all kinds of shells here. Look at them all on the ground. We've found shark's teeth. We've found shells. We're just having a grand old time. Look at that beautiful ocean. Have a little beach time here. There's a strawberry. We're having strawberries and crackers and water. And raspberries, yes. Sat down to have a snack and enjoy the scenery because we never sit down when we're looking for shells. We're just walking. We never look at the scenery. So we're having a good day though. So I'll be back later to show what we found. Okay, so here we are outside at my shell tables. So I'm going to fix this door really quick because he keeps slamming shut. And Chris is trying to sleep, take a nap in there because he didn't sleep good last night. So that might help it. Okay, so here we are at my outside shell tables. So I have a hose over there. And I've set these tables up out here because it's just easier to rinse and clean all the shells and everything. Outside. I used to do it in my garage, but this is much easier out here. So, here's what I found at the beach today, where Robbie and I went and found all kinds of good stuff. Now, you know, this is East Coast shelling, so it's not, you're not finding big conch shells and stuff like that, but I use all this stuff. So these are shark eyes, and there were an abundance of shark eyes today, and I picked up pretty much all of them that I saw because I want to do a project with these, and it's making a lamb, and the lamb's wool is made out of these shark's eyes, and it's so cute. But this one, I mean, oh goodness, watch me break it. You don't usually find them whole like this, so I was pretty excited to find that whole one. Here's another, or maybe Robbie found that one. I don't know. She found a couple too, but I found several that were smaller that were whole. But look at the variety of colors. They're really cool. And like I said, I even pick up the little pieces because I'm going to use them in that lamb picture. So I hear a noise behind me. There's Remy. Hi, Remy. This is my neighbor's dog. Remy. Hey, Remy. What you doing? Baby. Oh, he's so sweet. Yeah, he's a good boy, aren't you, Remy? Yeah, he's so cute. That's Remy. You're famous on YouTube now, Remy. But, so those are shark's eyes. And they're really cool. They're also called moon snails. And like I said, I'm going to use them in a project. These are called olives. This is a lettered olive, and look at the point. This is a good lettered olive. I rarely find these where I go at the Canaveral seashore. There were a bunch today at this beach that Robbie and I went to. Look at the different colors. If you can find them with their point still on them, you're really doing good. See, a lot of them don't have the point, but I pick them up anyway. There's a teeny shark's eye. Look at that cute. And then look at the colors on some of them. They're just very interesting. So those are olives. And I found a bunch of those today, and so did Robbie. She gave me all the ones she found because she's got a bunch of them, and she's like, I don't need any more. So there's leaves mixed in with everything. I've had this stuff laying out here since last night. These are called button tops. These are the tops of the good shells that I would love to be able to find, but can't. Can't find too many of them. But those are the tops of them, and you'll find those every now and then, and they're pretty to use in projects because, again, a lot of times they're just really pretty colors. So I picked those up. These are Indian boats or slipper snails. And the reason they could be called Indian boats is because they look like a little canoe. They're super cute. But they're pretty common over here. But I pick them up sometimes when I find them because they're cool. These are all oysters, or pieces of oysters. And I love to find these with the holes already in them. These make great pendants. You can hang something from it. These are, some of them are just really pretty. I just like them. These big ones I will put in my garden. So what I do when I come back with my shells is I lay them all out in piles of, you know, type. And I will separate out the ones I want to keep, the ones I want to put in the bags that I sell on my website, and the ones I want to put in my garden. So there's 3 categories there, but I haven't separated these yet. And then after I'm done separating them into categories, the ones that I'm going to put in my garden, I just take out front and put them in my garden, in my landscaping. I have them around my palm tree and some other places up there. The ones that I want to sell, or not sell, yeah, I'll put in my shell bags that are on my website, or keep and use in art projects, I fill a tub with soapy water with just a little tad bit of bleach in it. I don't put very much bleach in it. And then I fill a tub with just soapy water. So most of them will go in the tub with just soapy water. The only ones that go in to the tub with bleach are some of the oysters sometimes, if they're dirty, like this one here. Now this one will just go in my garden, but this is a good example of what I would put in bleach, just to get the, you know, to clean it up a little bit, but that one will actually just go in my garden. So those are the oysters, and they're a lot of fun to find, and, you know, you find weird stuff. Look at this. It's a piece of an oyster that's just had holes drilled in it, and I like the weird stuff. I love these little ones. They make really cute earrings, especially if they already have a hole like that one does. So there's a bunch of different oysters. Then we come over here. I found a crab claw. I love to use these. Sometimes they're fun to use on art projects, like if you've got a sea monster coming out of the ocean or something. There is a scallop. There's a bunch of scallops here. These are angel wings, and I never hardly find these whole because they're very hard to find whole on the East Coast. But you can use them in other things, like I saw a fairy where they used pieces of these for her wings. It was really pretty. So I'll probably bleach these. Normally I wouldn't bleach an angel wing. If I found a whole one, I wouldn't bleach it probably. But these are just pieces, and, you know, they're kind of dirty, so I'll probably bleach them. But there's pieces of these all over the beach. You just never hardly find them whole. This is as close to whole as I've found in a long time. These are called spiny jewel boxes. Again, they're hard to find on the East Coast, and when you do, they're not real spiny anymore. See, this one's not. It's, well, I'm trying to get it to focus. It's lost some of its spines. And same with this one. This one's pretty beat up. But when I find them, I pick them up because they're unusual for us. This is a baby's ear. Right there. Oops. Did I drop it? No. Because it looks like a little baby's ear. And that one's a little chipped, but I just picked it up anyway because, again, they're hard to find. This is a razor clam. And again, we don't see a lot of those. These are called sailor's ears, or I think they're called lucines otherwise. Those are hard to find whole over here as well because they are very fragile and they get broken. I'm not sure about these little ones here, but I like to make earrings out of these. So I picked them up, and check out the shark's teeth. So Robbie found a bunch of shark's teeth. I found several too, and I gave one away. There was a couple that was walking the beach, and I don't think they were local to Florida because they were really kind of impressed with all the, you know, just everything. And a lot of times you'll see people and they'll ask you what you're picking up or what you're looking for, and especially if they're not local, I like to give them something. So I gave away one of the really nice shark's teeth that I found to them, but they were impressed by it. So there are pins. These are pen shells, or pieces of pen shell. And they get really iridescent and beautiful inside sometimes. So I've been picking up the pieces of them. They're normally really big. And I've just been picking up the pieces of them. I'm going to use them in something. I don't know what these are. Robbie calls them mermaid's fingernails. And they do look like fingernails, kind of. But I've been picking them up too, and I don't know why. I'll use them in something probably, but I think they're kind of cool. They're just all different sizes and shapes, and this is just a piece of a sand dollar. These are jingles. Jingles are very common over here. They come in lots of different colors. Here's like an orangish one. They are also called baby's feet because, let me find one that you can tell. Yeah, it looks like a little baby's foot inside there. I'm trying to get it to focus. Come on, camera. Doesn't want to focus because I have so much going on behind it. There we go. So those are called jingles or baby's feet. This is just glass and a piece of pottery. I usually pick up glass if I find it, just because I don't want someone to step on it. Whoops, I'm sorry, I'm not even in frame. You know, if it's frosted nice, like this piece, it's sea glass, smooth and frosted, and this one. But the sharp glass, I may put in my tumbler and tumble some more. Robbie found some really pretty green, and that's kind of a little more rare to find the green. The scallops, of course, I picked up. Look at the scallops. Oh, they're so pretty. I love them. You know, some of them I keep, some of them I don't, but I have a bunch inside that I try to hang on to most of them, I think. This is just something, I don't know, I thought was weird. I don't know if it's a piece of driftwood or if it's a shell. Fossilized, I don't know, but it was cool, so I picked it up. This is a piece of a barnacle. I picked them up too because they're kind of cool. Usually you find whole ones. This is a little, let's see. I don't know if it's a whelk. I think it's a whelk. Come on. Gosh, my camera's really, there we go. A whelk or a cone of some sort, a conch of some sort. I don't know which. But it was whole, and I don't usually find them whole. It's little, but it's whole. These are augers. And again, I don't see these a lot, but there were those, so I picked them up. These are duck clams, and they're very fragile, so you don't find them whole a lot. I had 2 or 3, and the other ones didn't make it home. These are more pin shell pieces. Put those over there with those. These are just some other types of clams, and I picked up some of these clams just because they, I just thought they were pretty. And then these are coquinas. All these little things down here are coquinas. Coquinas are everywhere on the East Coast. I mean, zillions and billions, and there's a beetle or something. Tons of them. And I don't usually pick them up, but I did this time because they do make really pretty flower petals. Like if you're making a flower, you can make a flower out of them and it's really pretty. This is called an operculum. This is the piece in a lot of the conch shells and stuff. This is the little piece that is like the trap door that they close when they want to hide in their shell. And here's another one. It's operculum. I don't know, that may just be a piece of a oyster, but this one's definitely an operculum. And you'll find those laying around. I pick them up when I find them. Here's some more clams. These will go in my garden. I like to pick these big ones up to put in my garden, landscaping. And then here's all the twisty pieces. So I pick these up to make art projects with. I make crosses. I make flower-looking things out of them. And if it's a piece of a twisty shell, I pick it up, no matter if it's worn, if it's got holes. You know, that one's kind of almost whole. But yeah, I pick them up. So, got lots of twisties. Robbie found lots of twisties too. There's a button top that needs to go over with those. But that's the majority. This is what we find, just pieces of things on the East Coast. But you can use them. You can make beautiful things. This is almost a whole fighting conch. It's very worn and I did find another one. Where's it at? Maybe this is it. Yeah, it's very worn, but still, it's fun to find them. Pieces of them and stuff. Look at this one. Check that out. Oh, sorry, my finger's in there. Wouldn't it have been nice if that wasn't so worn and broken up? But you know, it's East Coast, and East Coast is rough. The Atlantic is rough. The waves are rough, and if these shells make it to shore, they usually don't make it there whole. So, you know, it's kind of fun to even find the pieces of them. I just love it. So that is my haul from the beach from where Robbie and I went today. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was a little broken up, but my Ponce Inlet trip did not pan out. So I ended up having to change up plans, and I'm glad Robbie was free. We had a really good time at the beach, and that's what I love to do, go to the beach. If you guys out there ever want to go to the beach and you're in Florida, holler at me. I love to just go spend the whole day walking the beach, picking up shells. And I'm always looking for somebody to do it with. This is a piece of a lightning whelk. Because Chris does not like the beach, guys. He does not care for the beach. I mean, it's okay, but he doesn't like to go stay hours like I do. So if you're in Florida and you want to hit the beach with me, please let me know. I would love to. But anyway, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.